Hello everybody, welcome to the monthly update. And for the first time since we started about one year and a half ago with the monthly updates, it's not going to be live because it's going to be shorter to about 20 minutes. So we give you the highlights. But in case you want to comment or you want to add any question, please feel free to use our usual channels, so we will be there. So there are a few topics we're going to speak about in this monthly update. The first one is about the advancements in technology and the functionalities we are adding to our platforms, the Series B round, and exit strategies for the investors in Series B round. So starting from the advancements, the payment gateway is almost there. So as I said, the Series A, the ICO, that we did about 1 year and a half ago, the fundraising was to build the ecosystem, was to build the technologies behind it, and we almost achieved it. It's just we are almost in a month and a half to complete the main functionalities, the payment gateway. It doesn't mean the development that stops. Is going to be for years, but the main functionalities required on our roadmap for this advancement in the Kube ecosystem are almost completed. So we will announce this shortly, and basically you will use with the payment gateway, you will use, as we always said, KubePay for your daily expenses, and it will be supported with partners API integration that we already released, and we're going to announce it because we didn't have time today, so we're going to announce it tomorrow. So this is a great milestone because all partners can start integrating. So KubePay is not going to be only on our platforms, but also on the partners ones. The ones that already signed with us, that we will announce in time, and the new ones that want to join. So they just have to access to the documentation platform and send us an email. We need to register them, do a certification process to understand the partner, and that's it. And then they can implement the payment gateway really easily. So this is really huge milestones for all of us. This is what we wanted to achieve from the beginning, and we did it technologically. So the next one is the all-in-one travel solution. This technology was really complex to understand how to do it. It would take a really long time, but we found a way to make it shorter and optimize the timings. And basically it automates the internal operations for the travel and hospitality industries. Everything is automatic, but plus, and that's the amazing thing, the booking process is easier, faster, and entertaining for the user. So it's a new way to travel, a new way to book for your dining experiences, the activities in your during your trip, your vacation. So, and the good thing is that this one also will be released shortly. It's going to be released in about a month and a half, 5 weeks. So hopefully, technology sometimes is a bit slower, but about 5 weeks we can have a first version of it. As you know, in the last 2 weeks, we asked you to contribute with your opinion about important and fundamental topics in our ecosystem, about the burning of the unclaimed ICO tokens. So as I said in our channels, maybe it's better that if these polls, we don't do it like in a Telegram group. Maybe it's better to build a platform. So we've been thinking to convert the membership value we have in Royal Club in our unique platform also for this. And maybe one day, because we are not a community driven token, it's not basically a DAO, but one day, why not, we can also implement a DAO so everybody can contribute more to the development, the whole process, the whole ecosystem. So why not? If the token wasn't born as a community driven one, it can become one day. Why not? So the road is the decentralization, so we definitely open to do that. We'll update you about this platform because as we always say, this was something that comes in time, so it wasn't scheduled in the roadmap, but it's something that we can introduce It will take a bit more time just because we have other priorities and they need to comply with your expectation. But we will update you very soon about this, specifically about this platform. Speaking about the burning mechanism, yesterday I had a small AMA with our community members, the more trusted ones. So basically, as there is a Cardano policy on the burning system only for ADA, only for Cardano, there is not really a burning mechanism for native tokens. So we need to build one. So we are now studying if we want to build one or we just deliver the tokens to a wallet and we forget about the seed phrase, public wallet, so everybody can see that the tokens are there. And we need to understand how we can guarantee that these tokens will never touch forever. So we will update you also about this. It's just a matter of time that we understand how to do it, if we need to build a smart contract or we do it in the other way. But feel free to give us any suggestion about it, because we never burned our tokens, so it's the first time for us, and happy to have your thoughts, happy to receive your thoughts about it. Now we're going to speak about the Series B round. It's the last topic and really important now. It's really important to clarify what the Series B is and what does it mean in Kube ecosystem. Most of you, I understand your worries. Most of you ask, Paolo and his team is going to ask again for fundraising now when we did a really successful ICO. Why are you doing that? It's not that. It's completely different. So consider this a startup when it starts in its fundings. Maybe sometimes at the beginning you ask to your family, you ask to your friends, you have your own money, so you build a startup. But then there are stages. The first stage is the seed round, when you get capital from business angels, maybe family members too, because it's a smaller amount. And this stage is really peculiar because it's the first time that the company got proper investment from external sources. And normally, I don't want to say numbers, but normally it's not really a big amount, but it's just to make things started once you proved already some metrics. Then there is a Series A round, Series B, Series C, and you can go on if you get to it. And the Series A is when the company established and now needs more capital to scale up. We did it, all these phases, we did it in the startup world. So there's nothing to do with the ICO, nothing to do with the usual cryptocurrency system to get fundraised. I want to clarify this because this is a standard thing that happens in startups. That's not like one day I wake up, I need more money and ask to my retail investors or holders of KubeCoin to give us more money to build something. It's not that. That really happens in the crypto industry, and sometimes it's really, really risky investment. In our case, it's normal. We passed from the seed round, we get to the Series A 2 years ago, and now we go into the Series B. And the Series B is a huge investment because we already proved not just a few KPIs, a few metrics. We proved that it's an established business ready to scale globally and fast. So we did the development, we created our verticals, we created technology. Now it's time to put money in marketing to make it bigger. And how we do that? We can do it with our own money, the company money, but things will go really, really slow. So that's why the startup, the scale-ups in this case, require an investment, an external investment. And it's only for venture capital firms. It means big groups, big funds give you the money to do this escalation and get profit in years. So get part of the company for a while and then have an exit. I will speak about the exit strategy more later. So this is what we're doing. And why we are involving you? We involving you for a really simple reason. We want our holder to have an alternative to the crypto industry exit strategy. You invested in the ICO, in the pre-sale, you bought the token yesterday, and you have an amount of Cube that you hold in, maybe staking too. So this amount, you can convert it in shares. It means that a part of this investment round, it will be dedicated to our holders. So we create a unique vehicle, investment vehicle for you, so you can get part of the company in shares. So it's not like the IPO when you get to the stock market and you buy the shares through a broker. Nothing like that, or to your bank. It's actual shares of the company, because we are not in a stock market, we are not in that phase yet. So to get shares of the company, you need to buy them. In this case, you can convert all your cube or part of your cube in shares and be part of the Kube ecosystem growth. It means that you're not going to have only the benefit from the market in the crypto industry, you're going to get benefits from the company ecosystem. Honestly, with you, because there is a lot of concern about it, we are not fundraising with our holders. It's only with venture capital, because we are a community and we are really close to our holders. We want them to have an alternative to their investment. You can be part of it buying shares with Cube. So it's more an alternative, something that we want to do for you than us fundraising with you. That's not that. Also because we require you to buy the shares in Cube. We are not asking for any other capital. Maybe when we launch the page for you to exchange your Cube in shares, maybe there will be a section for, probably, because they are designing it, there will be a section for private investors that want to invest a certain amount of capital, and they can do it in dollars, in euro, but that's another thing. Our holders can convert the Cube, so that's what we want from our holders. Maybe a new one, they invest just a small amount of money, he needs to buy Cube, but a new one they want to get into with dollars or another currency, it must do it through the private agreement that I said before. So it's like the same certification, the same operation of the venture capital. There is the last topic I want to introduce you, and it's the exit strategy in a Series B round. Exit strategy, it means what I can get in time if I exchange my Cube as a holder, exchange my Cube in shares, or a venture capital invest in our company. It's exactly the same. In exchange, you have different exit strategies, exit possibilities. So the first one is, normally it's general, it's not something we invented, it's really, you can find all the same information on Investopedia, in any platform that speak about the Series B round or any other round, because mainly are the same. So the ultimate goal in terms of finance for a company is the IPO. So this is the main exit strategy. The IPO is when the company open publicly to the stock market, and normally a startup or any company want to achieve that. Not all companies, because some companies remain private. There are a lot of them that decide to remain private. Some other companies, mainly most of the companies, the main goal is to reach the IPO. This is the first one. And normally it happens, you start discussing it if it's a scale up about after 7 years that the company is established. We are on 5 years, 6 years right now, but you need to consider the general situation. COVID happened, so a bit more years. And we are now in Series B, so imagine we need maybe to get to a Series C, and maybe then the IPO. So it's something that's not happening today. It's a long-term exit strategy. Then there are the other exit strategies that come before, and one of them is, for example, the acquisition. The acquisition is when another company buy one or a product or the whole ecosystem, or they buy part of the technology, or they buy any asset from the company. So in this event, liquidation event, all the partners, in this case all the board members, all the partners, including the holders that participated in the Series B round, will get a part of the sale. The last option is the secondary market. Secondary market, remember, we are in the crypto world, but it's nothing to do with the secondary market in exchanges. It's more when me personally, I sell shares, my own shares, to someone else. Anybody. It can be a company, a friend, or anybody. So I sell part of my shares or all shares to someone else. In this case, it's a private agreement between the board members, the partners of the company, and it's been discussed privately. So these are the main ones. There are other ones, you can find everywhere the information about it, but normally these are the three ones that they are used as example of exit strategies in the Series B round. So thank you everybody for listening to my monthly update. Hope you like it. Hope you like this smaller version. Please tell me if you want a live one, you want to intervene live and ask questions live. I want me to stay more time speaking with you guys as we did in the last year and a half. Please ask me that. I'm happy to retake it. If not, I'll continue to do this 20 minutes because it's faster, productive, resumed for you. You don't need to stay 1 hour listening to Paolo. And in case of any further question, as usual, our channels, Telegram, Twitter, KubeCoin, everywhere. Thank you and have a great day and then a great weekend. I'll see you in the next monthly update.